If you were to ask the soldier if he'd be willing to take the crown, he would decline in an instant. You may think he doesn't want her, but you'll see him the next day standing from a distance, not too close to be seen, just far enough to have a glance, and probably a chance to stare at the crown longer. I would love to call it a coincidence, but I just can't ignore the way he looks at her. Inherently, the crown shines with her jewels, but she just sparks differently in his eyes. And if you are as delusional as me, if you listen carefully, you can even hear his soul cry. Wherever the crown is, he is always 10 steps behind. He searches for her traces and follows the path he carefully lined. He played it safe in the bushes night and day, throwing random arrows in case danger came along the way. It is funny how he pierced through everything except her heart. Or maybe he wasn't really aiming for it from the start. But how come he knows the dimensions of her glass case? He's so familiar with her world and every bit of it, he could win a marathon in her maze. So, I see. She has always been loved, but in the shadows. I wonder if she thought of love as something frail, a concept that is too shallow. Would it ever change her perception? Only if she got to look behind. Does it ever cross her thoughts that she is a muse in someone else's mind? One night, I witnessed a thief enter the maze. He saw the crown for the first time, and I swear I know I have seen this gaze. The thief who came from behind slowly approached the crown until he leveled with her same exact place. Their eyes met, and from the moment the thief broke the glass in haste. I would have called his name, but for the first time, the crown smiled. It is as if someone she has been waiting for has finally arrived. That's when I learned that the crown doesn't want a crowd. She longed to be free, away from the corners of her glass case, from the throne people thought made her proud. The crown took the thief's hand willingly. They ran away from the castle against every path in the maze, like birds that flee. Seasons have passed, and I wonder if she is finally free. Then, the king came back from war and was looking for his crown. No one dared to speak, even the soldier, for they knew they failed to guard the kingdom. So the king decided to search for her in every single town. The soldier looked for any trace of her in every path and every line. But it is the king who saw the rusty piece of metal on the ground. It must have been placed there for quite some time because the thorns have already grown around. But the king took it by his hand and kissed it. I heard him say out loud, "She is found." The crown, now of thorns, was confused as the king placed her on his head. Her sharp edges even made his skin bleed, yet the king sang and danced with her in joy. He coated her with gold and brought back her rubies. The crown cried and told the king that she can only offer her broken self and miserable stories. Child, I love all of you. Those who desire you shall come to know me, that they may learn all the ways I have loved you. I have seen different cases, but not quite like this one. He has known every part of her, the beauty, the dark sides, and all the things she has done. Didn't they love her at some point? The crown would have fallen for the soldier or the thief. But she shouldn't. The soldier yearned for her shadows, while the thief desired her bliss. But the king looked past the thorns and the rust, knowing always that the crown was his.